that know her.
Technically, I'm a witch.
Season 2, Vampy D's. Ash is vamp-splaining. Petey's learning about the bros, Stefan and Damon. Pete-dictions coming true. Founding fam's got a plan. Guess who's back in the falls with their eyes on her man's body stacking up? A lot of people H for B. Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Hey, is this thing on? Hello, welcome to the Vampire Diaries, the Vampire Diaries podcast where a guy who has thus far seen one full season of the show The Vampire Diaries watches the series for the first time with a superfan who has seen every episode. I'm the titular Petey. Let's just say I put the Petey in Vampire, but please call me Pete, and I'm here with my co-host and co-parent Ash. Hello, Ash.
Hello, Pete. You need to fix your legs. You
I
look
know,
uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable. I'm readjusting, but now I'm very comfortable. How are we doing? Ash, any wolf-related media that you enjoy ever? Hey, I know something about a wolf.
Okay.
All right. A T-shirt with 3 wolves howling at the moon. You ever seen anyone wearing that T-shirt?
Oh, yeah. Then, do you have one from the thrift store? Or have you just seen them at the thrift store?
If I would have seen one at the thrift store, I would have bought it. No, I do not. I have not. But they're popular.
Is that a shirt you would make sleeveless?
Ooh.
Or wear full sleeve?
Oh, man. You got to go triple wolf double guns.
It's a bold move right there.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling good, and I'm ready to talk about this app.
Ash, before we talk about this episode.
What?
They go to, so Stefan and Elena go to a remote romantic lake house.
Spoilers.
Yeah, for the episode that, you know what? I wonder, do people, what's the order? I mean, Ash.
No, I'm just joking.
You spurred a question in my mind.
Okay.
The listeners, because we do have listeners, the listenership is growing.
Yeah.
We get, listens every day. People are listening every single day. Some days are bigger than others, but do the listeners do they listen to us and then watch the episode? Do they watch the episode and then listen to us, or do they they've seen it, they're fans of the show, the TV show, and now they're just kind of listening to us while they kind of do the dishes or whatever.
Right. Well, there's the OC podcast that's out.
Yes.
That is a rewatch podcast, and I'm not currently rewatching the show, but I've seen it a million times. So I am that listener who just is listening oh yeah, I remember that episode. I remember all that. So I'm sure we have a variety.
And conversely, I listen to a RuPaul's Drag Race podcast.
We both do.
And we're currently watching the first season of the UK. Mm-hmm. And so I've gone back and I'm listening. After we watch the TV show, I listen to the podcast.
Yeah, and you're good at keeping up and listening. But I think we're on episode 3 of the UK, and I'm only on episode 1 of the UK podcast.
No.
So I'm behind.
Yep. But, so I bet there are listeners
of all sorts.
Yes.
Okay, but what were you going to say about the romantic getaway?
Oh, yeah. So, Ash, lake house. Any lake house memories in your life?
Lake house? Man, we're going to be at a lake house this summer.
Yep.
We make some memories.
Oh, God.
I don't think that I've actually stayed at a lake house before.
Wow.
This coming summer.
Beach house, though, probably.
Beach house,
beach
yeah.
Beach house? That's something different. That's where all your chickens live. Beach house is a different vibe than a lake house. Lake house, you're expected to get very cozy. Beach house, you're like, oh, I'm just walking off the sand, putting my friggin' flip-flops in the kitchen. Lake house is like, we had a thing, we were on the lake, and now we're gonna be cozy and blah, blah, blah.
Okay, I'm gonna see if that comes true for you this summer. Or you're just gonna be like, "Hey, beep beep beep, wear my flip flops."
No, lake.
But
When you
it's
come
different.
out of the lake, you're not like tracking sand. You have like mud crud, lake crud.
I feel like you can do lake house summer or winter or any season, but I feel like beach
Yes.
house you only really want to be at the beach house in the summer.
Ooh, unless any of y'all have that beach house that is during the winter unoccupied and you want me to come stay there,
Oh yeah, I'll do
then
that.
I certainly will do that.
But yeah, I feel like beach house is more of a summer thing. Lake house is more year round. Mm-hmm. I really don't think I've stayed at a lake house.
Well, famously, my uncle had a lake house,
Famously to your family only.
and I went there maybe twice. I read Stephen King up there. I watched the first Pet Cemetery up there, and it was super scary.
You were very cozy.
And I was like maybe 8 or whatever,
That's cool.
hanging with the cousins, going on the boat, fishing.
Yeah, I haven't stayed at lake house, but this cabin that they're at in the episode reminds me of when we have gone to Big Bear and
Yes.
Idlewild areas.
Yes. Also, it kind of looks like there's a what is it? Friday the 13th. There's like a Friday the 13th remake with Ryan Hansen in it, and not Willow, but Willa something.
Willa Ford.
Yeah,
she's a musician.
Yeah, but she's in it.
Oh.
And so it's like a remake. It's like a Michael Bay joint. Mm-hmm. And they go to like a plush lake house.
Mm-hmm. We also watched a scary movie recently that took place at a lake house for part of it. Remember that really big mansion? They went out on the lake on that boat, and there were like weird zombies after them.
Are you talking about Us?
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah, Us.
Yeah, weird zombies and their doppelgangers. Speaking of which,
they're doppelgangers. Yeah.
yeah, Us. Us is so good.
Us is so good.
I was so confused when I saw Us the first time, but on the second watch, I was less confused, but it was still good.
It was good and scary.
Yes.
I didn't know we were going to have anything to talk about, but here we are.
Here we are, just
Jabbing around.
Yep,
That's what you say.
chabbing around. Just chabbing. Ash, there's something about a lake. It's a contained body of water. It's not as unbridled as the ocean, Ash.
That is a true fact, yes.
Lakes have been tamed by man, and by man I don't mean the masculine. I mean mankind.
Yes.
The beach,
Wild.
the ocean can never be tamed.
And with that, let's get into the episode, because now what the heck are we even talking about?
Season 2, episode 14. You know what else cannot be tamed? A wolf. Crying wolf.
Yep.
Ash. Cold open. Skirt. Nope. Pre-cold open. I already have something to say.
Okay.
Because we watched the previously ons.
Yeah.
And Ash, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if our listenership knows this. But the previously ons aren't like a stock thing that you just pop in there. You edit it per episode.
Right.
And this one, pre-Pete-diction, based on the
Previously on.
Previously on?
Nope.
Nope. All right. Based on the previously on, I had a pre-Pete-diction. Lots of Elijah in this previously on. I said, he's coming back, baby. Bet we see Elijah in this ep.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't we?
We hadn't seen him for a minute. I don't think he was in the last episode.
He's not like that far away.
All right, but it was like Elijah. If we did a shot every time they said Elijah in the previously on, we'd not make it to this recording.
In the PO, the previously on.
Yeah.
They edited it like that on purpose so
Yes.
that you can be like, oh, now I know it's going to happen. Now I'm prepared for this episode.
Well, I bet for most people that's a subconscious thing. Mm-hmm. You're just watching like, do-do-do-do-do, he not my Jiffy Pop. scratching my balls.
Ew, what?
And then you're like, oh, it was previously on. No,
Why
I'm
would
not.
you want to eat Jiffy Pop and scratch your balls?
And I'm not paying attention. And then you watch the episode and you're like, I have a feeling.
No, I'm always like, what's happening in this about the previously on? And then I'm like, oh, it's about to be about this every time.
There you go. I guess I better go take my Jiffy Pop off the stove. All right, Ash. Cold open. The wolves, hey, it's an opposite of a cold open because they're burning dead bodies in fire.
It's a warm open. By the way, this episode in general is packed full of stuff.
Oh my
It's just
gosh.
like, they couldn't even finish a scene before they started the next one. They just like literally would pan over and start a new scene in the same room.
I know. Yeah. Lots of notes tonight. Like it'll be like Ty and Matt are talking in the background. Jeremy and so and so are doing something.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Too much. This might be a double ep. Just kidding.
Well, I don't know.
No. A wordy werewolf named Stevie we are introduced to. And he's like, let me preface this and blah, 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 blah. He's talking about Mason in Florida banging a hot chick named Kathy. Which, of course, we find out later is Catherine. We already knew this.
Catherine Pierce.
But before we saw like the very grainy picture on that early generation camera phone, I was wondering if it was the comic strip Kathy. And if Mason was banging her and she was saying, "Ack."
This episode is going to be very long.
Okay. But, you know.
I get it.
They're putting everything in place to break the curse. And we can't let them do that.
The werewolves are saying about the vampires.
Even if we have to kill every vamp in this town.
Yeah. That's what they said.
Title card. All right, all the ladies were in bed. Okay. It was a slumber party.
Yeah.
Elena, Caroline, Bonnie.
Yes.
You can fit all three of them in the bed very easily. Phone rings. Stefan calls. When can we have a slumber party? He says. Or she says.
She says.
They're both into it.
Yeah. He was like, whenever. She's like, today, now, let's do it.
They do some exposition.
Right.
They talk about Uncle Father John. Jiffy Pop. Yes, bringing it back around. My pop secret. That's Arrested Development. Yes. News lady Andy Starr is leaving Damon's place, and he's compelling her.
Yes.
She says that Elijah Smith, in quotation marks, is coming to town as an author.
He's researching Virginia.
Yeah, small Virginia towns. Andy leaves. Alaric's just right there.
Yeah, and she's like totally compelled and knows her whole story and all that.
Damon has the dagger to kill an original. You got to dip it in white ash.
Whoop. No thanks.
Alaric's hair looks bad. I already said this early.
Oh, and then it gets worse.
Later in the episode, Ash was like, Alaric's hair looks really bad. And it does look worse then, but it already looks bad.
Yeah, it looks bad.
He might be wearing like a silly wig or something. I don't know. Damon wants to meet Elijah.
It's about time we officially met.
Right. Which when he like is saying this early in the episode, we're like, cool, Damon, you're cool. And then later, Elijah's like, that, and presses him up.
I know.
Bonnie and Caroline are at the grill. Matt walks over. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't. He's mad.
He gives the stink eye so hard. And Caroline's just like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I only stood him up and lied to him.
Yeah. Tyler tells the werewolves that they need to go, but they need his help, and they want to find the Moonstone. They tell him about the curse on werewolves, the whole day and night, whatever it was, shaman thing.
Yeah.
They want werewolf domination.
Was opposed to vampire domination.
Yes, but is it really either or? Is there no option with no domination?
Well, it's just their choosing. So if the werewolves break the curse, they can just be chill and not kill all the vampires, but they have the power. They have more like choice in their life. Therefore, they can be more powerful.
Right.
It is kind of silly because they're just like, we could break the curse and then we can just kill everyone. It's like, it's not like an automatic you kill everyone. You still would have to choose to do it.
The way they hook Tyler, my buddy Ty, into the whole thing is they say he would never have to turn into a werewolf again, and he wants that.
Right.
They say, help us find Kathy, and they show the grainy picture on the cell phone.
Yeah. They mentioned the doppelganger before that, and they're like, Mason's vampire friend probably knows about it. Kathy, here she is.
Yes.
And he's
like, that's Elena
Gilbert.
Elena Gilbert. I've known her my whole life.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, great, let's get her. She'll help us.
Let's go get her. Caroline wants to talk to Matt, but he doesn't want to talk to her. Caroline wants to clear up the weirdness. And Matt's like, well, then where were you last night? Because Bonnie was here.
Yeah, she's like, oh.
You can't use the excuse of the person when the person is just in sight of the person that you're lying to.
Right, which obviously she didn't know, but you can't just be like, I'm with Bonnie when you don't even know what Bonnie's up to.
No, you got to get Bonnie in on it. If you're going to lie to your boyfriend, if you're going to lie to your parents.
You got to get the other person in on it.
You got to get your brother in on it. Maybe I'm speaking from personal experience. Maybe I got busted in high school. It might be a story for off mic. All right. Tyler busts in. Oh, runs into Caroline.
Yes.
She spills her pocketbook.
No. You like to just say annoying stuff on purpose.
I think that's the point of the podcast.
She spills her purse. He takes her phone, slides it into his back pocket, and she's like, me, I hate you. And then she leaves.
Yep. Matt tells Ty to stop lying. He presses Ty up at his own job and says, stop lying.
Yeah, he is at his own job doing that.
Yeah.
And Tyler doesn't retaliate or get werewolfy with him. He's just like, I'm not lying.
Stefan and Elena are leaving for a romantic weekend. Elena gets a text from Caroline, who we just saw. It's Ty.
Because Tyler has her phone.
Ty now knows where they're going. He and Brady are going to head up there. Brady, the werewolf.
To the lake house.
Yes. I said, that's a nice lake house.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Stefan drove his nice car. Nice lake house. Nice car. I see where you're going.
They're set up for a nice weekend.
Yes, and my note was, I would so get killed by these werewolves because I'd be drunk at that lake house. I would park my nice car and be like, all right. And, get the party started, hanging with Ash.
Mm-hmm. Relaxing.
Yep. We put on some flannels. Mm-hmm. And then probably we would get killed by these werewolves.
Yep. We'd be on the couch watching a movie being like, huh?
Uh-huh. And I said I would be fine going out like that. What a way to go. Stefan is stuck outside of the house, needs to be invited in. And Elena says only Uncle John can invite him in, but she was joking. She tricked me.
Oh, that was funny. I like when he was just like, I'm stuck.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew they weren't going to make like a whole episode about like, gotta call Uncle John. Uncle John comes up. But I thought maybe there would be a wrinkle where like Uncle John would have to come up and be like, oh, I'm cool now.
Yeah, no. I'm glad that's not what happened.
No, well, it'd be nice if he was cool because he's a big jerk.
He is a big jerk.
Elijah is talking to Lady Interim Mayor Lockwood at the author party. Mm-hmm. Andy Starr arrives.
Yes.
What's your news lady name, as we know? Elijah meets Damon Salvatore.
Mm-hmm. They're just like, oh, pleasure to meet you. Pleasure's mine. Big, strong handshake.
Yep. Battle of the hair parted in the middle. and intense eyes. Mm-hmm. Luca, haven't seen him in a minute,
No, yeah.
is playing pool, billiards I call it. Bonnie brings him a frappuccino.
Those frappuccinos were sloshing, just so you know.
In what way? Tell me more.
I saw a moment where the frappuccino coffee was sloshing back and forth, but the whipped cream was staying.
Oh, I thought I saw whipped cream in one shot and not in another shot.
But I'm like, if it's a frappuccino, it shouldn't be sloshing unless it is already like melted.
Yeah.
So it's like a melted frappuccino with some whipped cream that's not melted.
Awfully
it looks gross to
Yeah,
me.
awfully presumptuous also for Bonnie to wonder how he takes his frap.
Yeah. She could have just been like, here's an ice water.
She could have been like, here's a gift card to the grill.
Well, that wouldn't have worked for poisoning him. Was he going to lick the gift card?
Uh-huh. Here, lick it. Jeremy. I guess I knew that she, what did they say, witch roofies or something?
Did they say that? Or are you making that up?
Didn't someone said,
What kind of, oh yeah, afterwards they're like, what kind of witch roofie was that? A
Yeah.
strong kind.
yeah, something like that, right? Mm-hmm. But I wasn't sure if he sipped the drink, because I'm typing through this whole thing. I'm writing
sipped?
I'm writing my memoir while we watch these. No, I'm writing notes for these, so I'm not watching the whole every frame. So I was wondering if he sipped the thing and that poisoned him,
Yes.
or if she did a little witchy thing.
No, she poisoned them in the
Okay.
drink.
All right.
She put a spell in some herbs or whatever. They didn't actually show what she did,
Right.
but she contaminated the drink.
And Ash, this is one of those shots where that happens and then like it pans over and Jeremy is talking to Caroline in the background. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, they can't even have separate scenes. They're just panning over from scene to scene.
It's just so fast.
They should have made this I don't know, ep and a half or something.
Yeah. It's a long one.
Too much.
Well, it's actually not long. It's just too much.
Too much. Elena is reminiscing at the lake house. There are conversations to be had about she and Stefan's future.
Right. And also Elena's reminiscing because it's the first time being to the lake house since her parents died.
Stefan, you know what? Stefan probably gets a lot of like romance cred for him being like, this is your boyfriend whispering that he loves you. Mm-hmm. But hey, buddy, that's also not as cool as just saying I love you. He said, like, this is how your boyfriend says it. Like, he dances around it. No, hey, bro, just like say I love you to her.
I know, but she was saying like, what kind of memories are we gonna have? And he was like, here's a memory happening right now.
Yes, but you don't agree?
He was just phrasing it in a different kind of way. I don't think he was dancing around saying I love you. I think he was trying to appease her thoughts of talking about making memories.
But in real life, what's better? I mean, probably his way is better. But what's better? Being like, you're making a memory of your boyfriend whispering in your ear saying that he loves you. Or what if he just...
sounds really romantic. Your delivery sucks.
What if he just turned her around and looked into her eyes and was like, hey, this is great. I love you. And that's isn't that the first time he said it?
No.
Oh, okay.
And then he could say, now remember it.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
I like the way he did it.
Okay, we'll agree to disagree. Damon and Elijah. Mm-hmm. Alaric and Uncle John. I'm reading names right now.
Okay, keep saying names.
They're all at the author party, though.
Yes, this tea party, which I didn't really see anyone drinking tea, by the way.
I did see someone flashing pinkies with a fabulous teacup.
I did see a server walking around.
Uncle John threatens Alaric, wants to tell Jenna about his extracurricular activities, which I guess is like vampire hunting.
Yes, I know. Uncle John came into town being like, I love Elena, and I'm going to be her dad, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, let me live at your house, please.
And now he's just like, hey, tell the truth. I'm gonna tell, and he's just being such a jerky.
He is. He tells Alaric, he threatens him and tells him not to sleep over anymore. It's
Right.
not appropriate.
Ugh.
Damon asks why Elijah is there. They whoosh around. They're in like a back library or something. Elijah is strong and old, stabs Damon in the neck,
With a pencil.
and says, "Do what I say. Keep Elena safe."
Yeah, he says he's gonna kill Damon whenever he's not useful anymore.
Much like a single Burger King mozzarella stick in the refrigerator, that's what Elena is, because I can't eat the mozzarella stick, but I have to keep the mozzarella stick safe for you to eat it, right?
Except I'm never eating Burger King ever again.
But once upon a time.
Once upon a time, yes.
Elijah wants to kill Elena, or Klaus. They want to kill Elena. Keep her safe so we can kill her. That's the thing.
As we hear from Luca, from Luca's dream speak or whatever.
Stefan is chopping carrots. Elena says, "I can't cook either, just like my mom. My dad would be over there cooking. My mom would be sitting here. I can't cook."
That sounds fine to me. I can cook certain things, but I would prefer to sit on the couch and drinking wine.
I like to cook. Maybe if Stefan had like a AirPod in his ear and was listening to maybe like Vampire Diaries or...
But instead, he's actually talking to his girlfriend.
Whoa.
Which is better than just listening to a pod and not communicating with your family.
That's not what our listeners think. All right. Elena goes to get wood for the fire, but instead she smells her mom's perfume. Stefan looks hot in dead great-granddad's jacket.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, more flannel, less leather.
Yeah, oh yeah. I would say that in general life as well.
Yes. I wish he would put on some, like, sneakers instead of those boots.
Yeah, he's a boot guy. He's old. He's 162.
But even Tyler wears boots, and Matt and Jeremy, every single guy wears these same black boots.
TV shows are tough with wardrobe. TV show wardrobe is tough because, you know, if you unless you're like sponsored by Nike or something, it's tough to wear brands. That's why everyone wears like Henleys.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever? I've seen so few people wear Henleys in real life. That's like what everyone wears on TV.
That's true. I just don't like these big,
Also,
clunky
Ash,
black boots.
don't want to burst your bubs.
What?
All these people are short. They need the couple of inches.
I know.
They need their Henleys. They need their couple of inches on their boots. The ladies, they need their 3 layers of
Tank tops.
tank top, Henley. Ash. Oh, Stefan. He wants to be banging something else, but instead he bangs on the wall and finds a hollow spot.
Yes.
And
Secret weapon closet.
instead of moving a different type of wood, he moves wood planks out of the way, and there's a weapon room. There is.
I know.
There's lots of weapons in
I
there.
said that already.
All right.
It's not just a weapon room, it's a vampire weapon room. Everything's like wooden stakes and wooden bullets and all this stuff.
Back in Mystic Falls, Virginia, they're about to seance Luca, but he was hoping for a different French word. Also, Jeremy is crushing on Bonnie, and Caroline wants it for Bonnie.
Caroline's like looking back and forth like a puppy dog. Like.
Then, back at the Salvatore mansion, Damon is nursing his wounds, drinking Brothers Bond with Alaric. Alaric feels bad about lying to Aunt Jenna, which that's the whole thing of this episode. All of a sudden, he's lying to her 1,000,000 times.
He's been lying to her the whole time.
I know.
Just now he starts to feel bad about it.
Just now, people start mentioning it.
Yeah. He's like, oh man, I guess I do lie to her a lot. Don't want her to find out.
Alaric leaves, and then there's a big crash, and a werewolf has stabbed him.
And he dies.
Yeah. R.I.P. We never see him again. Then that same... Oh, Stevie.
Uh-huh. Stevie the werewolf.
He injects Damon with something.
Vervain, I'm assuming.
Jules and her crew got him.
Yeah. He was like, man, you're strong. How to use the whole vial.
Stevie. Paul Dano could have been that character.
Mm-hmm.
All right. More Gilbert Gurnals are hidden in that hidden room. Lots of vampire killing stuff in that room.
Yeah.
As you said.
Mm-hmm.
Brady and Ty are in the RV. Brady's like, are you up for this? These people have done nothing but lie to you, Brady says. Elena is with the vampires who killed Mason. The werewolves don't want to break the curse, or they're dead. What?
I'm trying to understand what you wrote.
I am trying
The
to...
werewolves don't want to break the curse, or they're dead?
Well, okay, so do the werewolves want to break the curse, or the vampires want to break the curse?
They both want to break the curse, because if whoever breaks the curse is broken for, and they have all the power.
So, but I don't get that. So, if one person breaks the curse, it's a different outcome than if another person... What if the curse is just broken? Period.
It depends on who breaks the curse.
Why? I don't understand that. Either a curse is broken or unbroken.
I'm telling you what it means in this show.
But I don't buy that.
Okay.
So if me and you have a key to our front door, I have a key, you have a key. It's same key, same door, same lock. You unlock it, it's different than if I unlock it?
I'm just telling you.
But is that true?
This is what they say this whole time.
All right. Uncle John asks Aunt Jenna where Elena is. Aunt Jenna's like, she's up at the lake house with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. Uncle John calls Aunt Jenna negligent. Uncle John is stirring stuff up.
I know, so annoying.
And where's Alaric's wife? Ask him, he says.
Yeah. He's trying to get Aunt Jenna to doubt Alaric.
Yeah.
He's just really putting his nose in everybody's business.
Yeah, he's putting his nose, he's finding the business going.
If he can't be happy, nobody can be happy.
I don't think he'll ever be happy. He's not a happy guy. He's one of these people, Ash. Not happy. And he doesn't even know that he's not happy. Mm-hmm. And he just sees happy people and puts his nose in there and is like...
He's one of those.
One of those guys. You see him every day. Uh-huh. Alaric is on the floor, dead, I guess. Damon is all chained up. Mm-hmm.
He
right?
is, and he's got wooden pokey things in his neck.
Yes, which Stevie gets his little... Stevie came in. He dies in this episode, right? Mm-hmm. I don't remember. But Stevie, he's introduced in this episode. Maybe he has another episode or two, but Stevie, he wanted to make a big mark.
He did. He played it all up. No, I think he does. I don't think he ran away. I think only Jules did.
He puts his head in a hoodie.
Yeah, he does do that.
He has his little monologue. He references a torture porn flick.
Mm-hmm. Of course, Stevie.
Come on, Stevie. I mean, I guess it's Saw. He saw Saw, and now he's referencing it. He's like, I saw this torture porn flick where there was like a cool collar. Mm-hmm. I mean, there certainly is that in Saw many times over.
Yeah, different versions.
I wish that he had referenced the reverse bear trap, which comes back and forth in the Saw franchise.
That's not what he's doing to Damon.
No, but so in Saw, there is a scene where the guys are chained up and one has their mouth sewn closed and one has their eyes gouged out. And both their necks are chained to like this thing that gets cranked closer and closer. Mm-hmm. And it's like, if only the guy who could talk could tell the guy who couldn't see, hey, don't kill me, because we would both be safe. But that's not Jigsaw's plan. I mean, what? All right. Stevie's talking about this too much, right?
I know. Come on, Stevie.
I cannot relate to Stevie at all.
This is why people never get killed in movies. The bad guys always just talk too long. That would be you. If you were a bad guy, you would just be talking to the person you're supposed to kill for so long, and then they would just get away.
They would just kill themselves. All right, the werewolves want the Moonstone. Damon says he'll rip out their hearts like Mason.
Yeah.
Like he ripped out Mason's heart.
Mm-hmm. He's like, Damon always goes, let me tell you how this is going to go. That's one of his catchphrases.
Yeah.
Some hearts are going to get ripped out. It's going to be yours. Mm-hmm. This is,
Bonnie and Caroline are putting a spell on Luca, and they're asking him questions. Why are you working with Elijah? Klaus? Why kill Klaus? He has her. My sister. This is the first we're hearing of this. Mm-hmm. Klaus has her sister, or maybe Elijah does.
Klaus has Luca's sister.
Searching for a way to undo the curse without the doppelganger. But now they have the doppelganger. Uh-huh. Klaus doesn't know, I guess. They want to help Elijah kill Klaus. And he's like, don't make me tell you. He'll kill me after the sacrifice. He'll be weak. Got to kill him after the sacrifice. But Elena will be dead. Elena has to die.
Mm-hmm. That is what is said.
Mm.
And they take his word for it. And they start telling everyone.
Yep.
They're saying Elijah is going to kill Elena.
Yeah,
that's a tricky one. Elijah, Elena.
Stefan.
I'm sorry.
Stefan got a lot of wood. He's out in the wood shed, in fact. And Brady shoots him with a wooden bullet in the wood shed.
In his heart.
Ty is there, watches Stefan. The bullet punctured his heart. Ty does want to break the curse, but the werewolves do not. So that's what I said earlier. And you said, no, they both want to break the curse.
No, the werewolves want to break the curse.
No, they don't want to break the curse.
Yes, they do.
In order to break the curse, Elena has to die.
Tyler said, once Stefan tells Tyler that, then Tyler's like, oh, I didn't know that Elena needed to die. So now Tyler's on board with Stefan. Stefan's saying
he doesn't want to break the curse?
He doesn't want to break the curse because that means that Elena has to die. So actually, Elena's group of friends don't want to break the curse because that means Elena has to die. But Elijah and other werewolves and other vampires in the history of time do want to break the curse. Because they don't care about Elena. It's only Elena's friends who don't want to break the curse. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see next step. They'll show us. Don't tell us.
Okay.
Elena is looking for Stefan. Brady grabs her. She stabs him. She runs to the weapons shed, puts her little sweater on the bed real quick. He goes, sniffs it. Brady follows. She stabs him again. Stefan then stabs him. Brady's getting stabbed all over the place.
Oh, Stefan doesn't stab him. Stefan rips his heart out.
Oh, I was typing. All right.
He's just like, whoosh, you're okay, Elena.
Ty helped. Good job, Ty. And looking at Ty in this moment, I said, it must be weird to be like in your late 20s, but your voice, he does have kind of a teen voice. And he's playing a teen. Must be weird.
Yeah, it's gotta be weird. But in this moment, he's like, I didn't know what they were gonna do to you, Elena. I'm sorry. And they hug.
That's nice.
Because they've been friends forever. Since they were babies.
Their whole lives. You always hear about the transition from these sort of like soapy teen kind of actors into like the whatever they're going to do next, or maybe they do nothing next. Because it's probably hard. They're like, oh, I've been a teen for 10 years.
Right. Or I played this one character for 10 years only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must be super hard.
Yeah,
It's like,
totally.
think of it as like a total career change for a real job. Because
Yeah.
acting is not.
No, it's a big change, and like it's like starting all over again. And you know, when you are in a job for a long time or on a show for a long time, or whatever, like those people become your family. You have a routine, and you like see them all the time and whatever. Mm-hmm. It's got to be hard to separate from that, especially when you're younger and you're just like, now what?
Yeah. And who do you think made the transition the best?
Out of who in the show?
No, just these.
Teens.
Yeah, these soapy kind of 1 hour drama-y. Because I have the immediate answer, Jessica Biel.
Why?
Remember from Seventh Heaven, she
Yes.
started doing risque things.
Oh, she started doing risque things after that. Like what?
I don't know. That was my joke answer. Now
I'm trying to think
now
of
you're
a real
pressing me.
answer.
Now you're pressing me up.
What about?
What about Jennifer Love Hewitt?
She did good stuff.
She killed it. She killed the game.
Yeah, I feel like there's some good ones out there. DJ Tanner, Candace Cameron. She was on Full House, and now she's on Fuller House.
Oh, wow.
Many years later.
That's a good version?
Yeah, she seems like sane and good, and she's got like a clothing line and all this stuff. She goes to church up here in Porter Ranch.
Good for her. Yeah, she did great. I would say, speaking of, you said Topanga Canyon?
Who?
Oh, Porter Ranch.
Yeah, Porter Ranch.
I was just thinking, Topanga.
Oh, yeah.
She went from being on Boy Meets World to...
Having a family.
Yep.
Way later.
Jules is threatening Damon. Elijah shows up. He has the Moonstone, and then he rips out a bunch of hearts.
Yeah, he's like, do you want it? Here.
And then Stevie doesn't want it anymore. He's
Yeah.
like, I don't want that. Elijah saves Damon and says, this is the third time I've saved your life.
Yeah, rips off all the chains and everything.
Yeah, and then he takes the Moonstone back.
Yeah.
Alaric wakes up. He had the ring on. Jenna calls Alaric. He says he was grading papers.
And he fell asleep. Mm-hmm. But he knows he's lying again.
Yep. And tomorrow I'm all yours. Damon tells Stefan to keep Elena away for longer. Stefan's like, okay. Elijah has planned for you to die in a sacrifice ritual, Elena. Mm-hmm. Elena wanted that, though.
Elena's like, yeah, I know. Elijah said he was going to save my friends, not me.
Stefan gets mad. She doesn't even expect to have a future with him. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you're trying to be a martyr? I've lived. You haven't. 162 years. You're 17 and a half. Mm-hmm. It's very weird when I say that out loud.
You need to live longer, so it's less weird for me.
Yeah. Maybe if we can kind of split the difference. I mean, I'll still keep aging and you'll still be, 150 years younger, but...
It would be a little less weird.
You know when you're like a freshman and I'm a junior, it's like a big age gap, but then sort of like when I'm 32 and you're 31, it's not a big deal. It'd be like that.
Exactly.
It'd be exactly like that.
So don't die.
Yeah, don't die.
For that reason only.
For exactly that. All right. Jeremy's like, will Luca remember anything? But really, Jeremy and Bonnie are just having a moment.
Having a little chat.
Mm-hmm. And Bonnie's like, you're a punk kid. I remember your awkward phase. Your emo phase.
Your druggy face.
Your druggy phase. Now you're a hot guy.
Now you're hot and really sweet. You think I'm hot? Uh-huh. And she's like, He's like, that's enough.
Yep. And they smooch. Mm-hmm. Were we waiting for this smooch?
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
We were waiting for this smooch. It was a great kiss. And Bonnie's even like, wow.
And also, the aforementioned, probably she's a senior and he's a junior or sophomore or something. Mm-hmm. Boom. It's a big deal. Couple years.
I know, and now she's got to tell Elena, I made out with your brother.
Yeah, but when she's 33 and he's 31,
It'll be fine.
won't be a big deal. They'll have 3 kids. And a lake house. On the edge of a river. Ash, a montage begins. The French art of montage.
Okay.
Interim Mayor Lockwood gets flowers from Ty? Yes, because it says mom on there.
It says mom.
And at first, we don't know why she's getting flowers. Is he just a good son? No, he's not. We find out moments later. All right. Ty goes to make things right with Matt. Matt's like, I'm not in the mood. And then Ty's like, I have to say something. And he's like, okay.
Okay, say it.
Ty's been going through a rough time. Caroline's been helping him. She's been there for him. And he's like, I fell for her. She's incredible. But she loves you, bro. She deserves you. Be good to her, okay?
And Matt's like, okay, I will. All right, bye. Like, Matt isn't even like, why are you coming at me with this big speech? And why you have this bag and all this stuff? He's just like, I hear you, and I'll do what you say. Goodbye.
Yeah, I gotta go, marry these ketchups real quick.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yes.
I was going to say refill the ketchups, weirdly, but...
Yes. Don't you love that now you know it? Marrying the ketchups?
Yeah.
You pour all of one ketchup into the other ketchup. It's kind of like our marriage. I'm just pouring my ketchup into you every single day. At the end of the day, I'll have no ketchup and you'll have all the ketchup. I'll be an empty bottle. You'll be a full ketchup.
I don't want you to be empty and me be full. That doesn't seem right.
Yep.
We should both be half full.
Well, since we live in a restaurant, that will never happen.
We live in a restaurant.
Caroline locks her door. Ty's standing out there like a creep.
Uh-huh.
But he's saying goodbye in a way.
Yeah.
In his way. He leaves with Jules. Her car had a big Florida on the license plate, so we know where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
I Pete-dicted that he had to change his life. Remember how much I talked about that?
Yeah, you did.
I was like,
you can't be a werewolf just in high school.
No, unless you're a teen wolf. I said you have to change your life when you become a werewolf.
You did say that. But he said he'll go with her if there's no more lies.
Well, okay, and do we believe that? No. There will be many lies.
People lie all the time.
Yep. And Ash, after watching the episode, it seems like Ty was both the titular and metaphorical crying wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for coming to my talk. The end.
And was your pre-Pete diction true? Did Elijah come in this episode?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Ash, how many fangs do you give this episode?
That's a good question. There was a lot going on. A little too much. But it was a good, some good stuff. I still am not, huge into the werewolf part of Vampire Diaries. So I think I'll give it, a 1.75 fang.
Okay. I give it the lowest score I've ever given. Right?
I don't know. You didn't say anything yet.
0.75 fangs.
Less than 1?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Too much going on.
Yeah, it was a lot going on.
I would almost be like, I give it 7 fangs because it was 100 episodes in one.
Right.
But that would make you think that I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
But I just liked it fine. There were good moments. Really like Stevie. Want to see more of him.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Lake House.
I was teetering between 1.5 and 1.75.
Mm-hmm. But when it all boils down to it, the fangs don't mean that much.
What are your Pete-dictions for next episode?
Pete-dictions, I think that we are going to have a, Ty-atus. Yes. I don't think we're going to see Ty for a minute.
End of the Tyler chapter?
Ty, he had a big chapter. I think he'll, of course, be back, maybe even to save the day in some kind of way. I think we'll look at him fondly on the whole. Uncle John, he's just ramping himself up to be a big nuisance.
Yeah, he's so annoying.
Alaric and Jenna are going to have like a C story coming up where they're like, yeah, tell me the truth, blah, blah, blah. Will Jenna have to know about all this? I guess. I think Jenna will have to know about Aunt Jenna will have to know about all this.
Okay. That's kind of a big deal.
I know. She's been in the dark with Alaric. But now they cannot be in the dark together any longer at the Gilbert house. Because Uncle John said so. All right, Uncle John. It's gonna come to a head. Uncle John is gonna have to get out of there. Get out of Mystic Falls.
Do you think Elena's gonna be sacrificed?
Yeah, I think they'll sacrifice her. She'll die, and then a new lead lady will be for the rest of the 8 seasons. No! Of course not.
Okay, well, you haven't said it, so...
Elena will not be sacrificed. Will there be some kind of trickery where Klaus thinks she's sacrificed? I mean, Klaus is coming.
In this season, you think?
Klaus will be...
Santa Claus.
Yeah. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Mm-hmm.
And, there'll be some kind of big thing with that.
All right.
Luca. Oh, his sister. Mm-hmm. Klaus is going to be rolling with the sister.
Okay.
Dr. Martin is going to come stomping in with his boots.
Because everyone wears boots.
Doc Martens. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Big things coming. Episode 14.
I think you covered a lot.
And 21 or 22 eps this season. Still got a lot to go, Ash. We have 8 hours of television.
I know. Like, the watching is easy for me and quick.
Sure.
Yeah. I could keep rolling.
We're doing it.
Good. I'm glad you're into it.
We're like Jules and Ty. Road trip down to Florida.
No, I don't want to do that.
But watching episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Ash. This was an episode.
It was an episode.
It got going. We were listening to it. I mean, we were just doing it. And people are listening now. We got a lot going on. But we're having fun.
Yeah.
And we'll be back.
Of course.
In the meantime, if you can't get enough of that Pete and Ash flavor, you got to go over to @PeterL Harmon on Twitter. That's what I'm plugging.
Okay. The tweets.
The tweets. Pete's tweets. We've had some tweets. Pete sometimes tweets. @PeterL Harmon. Ash, we'll see you, everyone who's listening next week.
Bye.